where it was a dark place. I'll be honest with you, it was probably 2 years that I didn't enjoy football. I didn't enjoy talking about football. I didn't know what I wanted to be when I was older, how I was going to do it. I just didn't have anything in mind. They won't be there for long, believe me, and the hate, you will never remember the haters, but the haters will remember you. So that's the one thing you've got to take on board.
What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to Total Sport. And today we've got another guest from the YouTube world, and this man, although up and coming, is definitely one of the best EFL vloggers around. Is Mr. Cod's Vlogs, e.g. Ben Knapman, aka that sort of stuff. How are you, mate?
I'm very good, mate. Thank you. A pleasure to be on and good to be talking to you again. Nice words, so thank you very much. How are you, mate?
I'm good. I'm excited for this because, we want to be starting to chat to more people of your size, try and give your viewers actually just sort of a background really into what you're really like in the personality that you are. If that's not translated enough already through your videos. Your love of Fleetwood Town is the main part of your channel. So where did that all begin?
Free tickets from a player called Jamie Milligan. He was one of our best players at the time in the non-league. Obviously they called him the Islands, and he kind of coached us at primary school. He did those kind of like school sessions, training, like Milligan and McCann was the company, and I got free tickets via there. Started going through that. I bought my first season ticket in 2013, and so that's really where my love came from. And I've really enjoyed watching us over the last few years progress.
Yeah, so you've obviously seen the development of the club actually from non-league into the Football League. I mean, at the start of your tenure as supporting Fleetwood Town. How is it now to know that you are a League One club managed by a pretty much, in comparison, a superstar in Joey Barton?
Yeah, very different. We're normally quite a quiet club, a family club that nobody ever wants to talk about. But with Barton, there's a new ethos at the club, and we can be proud of a team. And there's always something going on with Joey. We play good football. They're proud of the team. He gets good characters in. So it's been a right transition from non-league to League One. So it's been an amazing transition, really. And Joey's certainly a good young manager. And I'll bet my life on it that he'll manage at least in the Premier League one day.
Wow, big words. I hope he sees it. And Joey, if you are watching, you can always come on Total Sport and talk about that as well. But yeah, moving on, mate, we'll still just more with yourself, really. So YouTube videos, when you were growing up, obviously you're quite similar age to me, you know that YouTube was a massive thing growing up for us. Was it always something that you wanted to do, and is it always something you have done?
Yeah. Started off the videos weren't quality. Just wanted to get a video up out there, and it could be eating a ghost chili or pranking my mate with water as he comes out the toilet. But that's how I started up, and I never wanted to be a football vlogger. That was never my intentions. And it started up, and it was all right. And I didn't enjoy it for 2 years, where it was a dark place. I'll be honest with you, it was probably 2 years that I didn't enjoy football. I didn't enjoy talking about football. I didn't know what I wanted to be when I was older, how I was going to do it. I just didn't have anything in mind. And then I said to myself, when Barton first came to talk about, this is the year where I either give up on YouTube. I had over 1,000 subscribers. I don't know how I had it. The videos were awful. They were bad. And then I thought, and I really tried hard for the last 2 years, and it's got me to the position where I am now. I love talking about football. I love speaking to people like yourselves about football. I'm a fan myself, and I watch other teams. I'm football mad. So looking into YouTube, I've always kind of looked into doing it, and I'm enjoying doing it at the moment. I think sometimes when you put a video out and you think it's a good video, it might flop, and that can really like give you down, like make you feel down, and can really affect like your mental health, really, if I'm honest with you, because kind of it's what I'm doing at the moment. It's what's making me a living at the moment, and you want that rewards to come back in. Sometimes it don't. But I think sometimes when you don't, you make you feel and what content works for your channel. So, like I say, you'll have videos that will do well. You'll have videos that maybe not do as well. But I think the most important thing is that you stick to yourself. And if you're not getting the views on the things that you don't want to do, don't do things you don't want to do that'll get views. The main thing is that you enjoy what you're doing, and you're kind of, things will come. If you're enjoying it and you're putting the effort in, things will come.
Absolutely. I think that's a very good way to put it, because when we had Irish guy on, if you remember, and he said very, very similar stuff to you, and the same with Alfie. You got to pay some attention to it, obviously, to logically, but then if you do stuff that you don't want to do, then it's just not enjoyable, is it? It's not enjoyable.
No.
And that's why we stick out, transplants content, the 3-peak challenge with the mental health people, because it's what we want to do. We want to spread the word of these charities. And for those of you who haven't seen those videos, I'll leave the little bubble wherever it is. It's coming up somewhere. So for yourself, so moving on, Ben. So what's been the biggest hurdle for you in terms of YouTube? What's been sort of the biggest thing you've had to break down in order for you to get where you are now?
Definitely editing. I'm still not the greatest, but I've much improved in my opinion. Kind of putting the effort back in. It was only about 2 years, nearly 2 years, just over 2 years ago, I think it was now, where I started uploading every day, like straight after the game. That was a big factor. But I think the biggest factor that I had to come back, be myself, don't swear, don't kind of gob off just to try and get views and be funny when it's not funny. People under the age of 15 might find it funny, but you need all different ages watching videos. That'll allow the views go up. Some YouTubers, obviously, they do it for one age group and it works. Look at, say, Morgs, for example. There is a specific age group for that and it works for him. But I think when it comes to football vlogging, there's loads of people that watch football from under 10s to up to your 90s, really, let's be honest, that love the game and will watch videos on it. I'm certainly one. I'll watch interviews with another manager just to see what he says, or a pundit, or just try and pick up something every time. So I think the main thing is that you do your research and you make sure that you're being mature in it. And I think that was the first barrier I had to break down. And I thought I improved that year, and I thought I improved again last year. My aim is to kind of look back in 5 years' time and say to myself, my video was crap basically 5 years ago. So I'm sure, like yourself, you want to come back to this video in 5 years if we do it again and go, God, how bad was that interview compared to the standards we've set now? So that's where I'm looking at it. I was 5 years ago. I've much improved in my opinion. And then in 5 years' time, I think I could improve again. It's like the same for anyone. If you put the work in, you put the effort in, and you have the mentality to work, and you know you're going to get it, I'm sure anyone can get it.
Absolutely, mate. And for a lot of YouTubers, and especially for us, lockdown was beneficiary because we started off actually in February. So that's how it's developed, and most of it was done. The hard work, the hard graft was done in lockdown. For you, how did you find that? And how did you create content, especially when your content is very based on being at the game?
100%, mate. And it didn't really hit me for the first couple of weeks. And I do look into analytics, I'll be honest with you. I was gaining at the start of the season for the first 2 months, which is normally kind of the best period for football because everyone wants to see football again. And it's kind of better atmosphere because it's 90 days. So you are going to, when it gets to November, December, it's not quite as good atmosphere because obviously a lot of people don't want to come because of the weather and stuff like that. So I was gaining about 200 subs a month. And then after that, I was gaining about 150. Then December and January, I had a good period where I gained about 200 and March. And then it obviously got to lockdown and I was gaining about 60 subs a month. Sometimes I went down to 40 a month. So going from 150 minimum kind of to 40 maximum at one point, there's a big difference. And mentally it's draining. There's only so many top 10s you can do. Obviously I'd done some in the previous in the year, so I had to kind of revise them and do my own kits away. So they kind of got me for a few weeks. At this time I couldn't live stream as well because it still baffled, but that's sorted now. So it was a difficult time for football YouTubers. And then obviously the Premier League came back in some capacity. I was lucky, more lucky than other creators because I knew I had around 6 videos in the middle from where lockdown ended. I knew whatever way Fleetwood would be at least in the playoffs, either as that PPG or if the season carried on. So I knew I had content to come. I just didn't know when. So when it came, I did a video reacting that were in the playoffs, and then obviously did the reaction for the home leg. I didn't do the away leg because I was actually watching it out with mates. But again, I could do a reaction, and that freed up about 4 or 5 videos. And I could do a end of season review. I could do best of goals kind of to go into the season. So I was looking at that department. So now football is back. I'm back on 120 subs, which is a massive improvement. And it just, like I say, for like people like yourself, I did a couple of podcasts in lockdown. That's kind of beneficial for us because you get people who maybe not be able to come on, who'll be busy. They were at home, they're willing to put your time. So, like I say, I feel it makes you a better YouTuber because you've been through tough times. And when you don't have those tough times and you only have good moments, you don't know how to get through the bad moments. And to get through the bad moments, that's how you get to the good moments, isn't it, mate? So, lockdown was tough. I'm just glad we've sort of seen a way out of it. I'm just hoping that we don't have to go back in that. But we've got a long season ahead of us now. Obviously, we can watch games on streams, which is amazing. And obviously, all the September games in the Premier League are being covered. So, like I say, for us football content creators, it's starting to look a little bit better than it was.
Yeah, definitely, mate. And for yourself, I mean, you're not just a YouTuber, you're in uni as well. So how's that how do you find the balance? Because that's something that I'm going to have to experience very, very soon. How are you going to find that how do you find that balance between uni work and content creation?
Well, like you said, I've not started uni just yet. I'm looking around next week, whenever this video is out, mate. I'm looking around on Thursday. Today's a Friday, so 6 days I'll look around and looking forward to that. I was at Fleetwood College, which I did find difficult. I'll be honest, it was a great course. I recommend it enough. It was basically where you did coaching and you learned about the aspects of football and sport and health, and you played games against other colleges like Accrington, Stanley, Blackpool, Blackburn, Preston, Shrewsbury, those types in the local area. And I found it hard because as a fan, you can say what you want. And I learned to kind of curve it in a bit when I was there. And I couldn't say as much, obviously, because the players are there. And I didn't want to get kicked off the course, of course. So I think that helped me. I was looking away, that was Monday to Friday. And I got to sometimes do a couple of Tuesday night away games due to my times in that uni. So with uni, it'll be, again, another challenge it'll be difficult, but I feel like I can get over it. I know I've got enough to work hard and get my uni results as well as do my videos, time planning, preparation. And I think with my GCSEs, I had it enough spot on where I had probably an hour a night, and then I was doing like an hour exercise at the gym or for a walk or a rest day sometimes, and then obviously you need your downtime as well. So, like I say, some things will have to go, some things I'll bring on, but again, it's another barrier for us, and like you say, it'll only make you stronger, mate. It'll only make you stronger.
Exactly. So just to close us up a little bit, mate, what advice would you give to any young football vloggers, just like yourself, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, getting into the space, and what would be the key features of just the pinpoints of what you do?
Have a unique selling point. Now, I watch some YouTubers and you can just see it's copy and paste of another YouTuber. I'll be honest, I started off like that, but then you change as you grow up and you want more ideas and you think, oh, this might work, or this might work. And so, like I say, take advice off, even if it's advice you don't agree with and you think they're being an idiot. You never know, that advice could really, really help you. And like I say, sometimes they're not being horrible, they're just trying to make you improve. So you need to have thick skin. Obviously, different comments will say different things.
Definitely. And you just touched on something that I want to go into. So comments and trolls are something that we've covered quite a lot on this channel. And how did you deal with that? Has there been any moments where you've sort of taken something to heart, and then how did you get over that?
Well, there's been a couple of moments where they've been more than comments, where I've had DMs where sometimes you just got to ignore them. But now comments, I just take them with a pinch of salt. Like someone will go, oh, you're ugly. And he's behind like Jay from the In-Betweens on his comment. And I'm like, mate, not being funny, you're not even showing yourself. So if you want to film a video, let me watch and criticise you. Do you know what I mean? So, like I say, you've just got to take it with a pinch of salt. And if they're watching and they're disliking your videos, I think when they dislike your videos, it kind of boosts your recommendation in your videos, so you're getting more views and eventually to getting paid. So, like I say, if they'll keep watching your videos and keep disliking it, you're doing something that they're jealous of. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not saying people are jealous of me. I'm saying with other YouTubers where it just happens where they want to be noticed, they want to be liked, and they're not liking, say if you've got Fernando Torres on and a Liverpool fan, like, oh, this is an awful interview, and he's only jealous because he wants to interview Fernando Torres, for example. So I think the main thing is to ignore it, don't take it to heart, and like I say, you can remove them. And I would say for every one nasty comment, I'll get 99 positive ones. And that's from Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and you get opportunities. I'm on BBC Radio Lancashire tonight. I've been on 442 writing for them. I've been on different YouTube channels like yourself. So, like I say, chances do come along, and you just got to think. Basically, the haters, they won't be there for long, believe me. And the hate you will remember. You will never remember the haters, but the haters will remember you. So that's the one thing you got to take on board.
I think that's a very good way to finish us off. That's a really, really good quote, actually. You'll never remember the haters, but the haters will remember you. That's fantastic. Joe, just to finish us off, where can we find you on all realms of social media, Ben?
Well, on Twitter, obviously Ben Nappy. Instagram, obviously the same. FTSE Nappy on Instagram, and then on YouTube, it's Cods Vlogs, CODS space VLOGS, and all Fleetwood content, streams, kind of watch-alongs, matchday vlogs when hopefully we're back in stadiums, and also League One content. I like mix it up. Like I say, Benjamin Bloom's a big inspiration of mine. Championship content creator, and I like the way he does things, and I take on board what he kind of says and look into stats from League One. So that's where that idea comes from. So there on my social medias, and it's been a pleasure to come on for you today, mate.
Yeah, absolutely. So we will leave a link, obviously, to Ben in the description, and I'm sure he'll give us a little cheeky mention in one of his videos.
Of course,
yeah, absolutely. So yeah, go subscribe to TotalSport, subscribe to Cods Vlogs, and thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time.